The murderous conduct of the officer involved was not only unjustified, it was premeditated. Such disregard for human life is the very reason behind the ongoing series of protests. And it is an anthem that the police respond to calls for their killings. While we acknowledge the statement from the National Police Service indicating that the officer involved has been identified and arrested, we maintain that such heinous crime and affront from the Constitution deserves full reprisal in the interest of justice and the rule of law. We shall not dance to the piper of a statement that is not only ambiguous but also fails to take responsibility for the criminal conduct of the officer in question. From the statement by the National Police Service, there is no evidence that the officer has been indicted for his heinous crime. The officer has not been named, identified, and the service number disclosed to the members of the public, and a promise, an unequivocal promise by the head of the National Police Service that he will be prosecuted and tried before the court of law. He must be treated as the face of impunity and criminality within the police service, and his ultimate punishment must serve as a lasting deterrent for all officers who undermine and violate their constitutional duties. During the protests, the Law Society of Kenya responded to calls for protesters who were arrested across the country, and our lawyers were stationed at various police stations to provide assistance to peaceful protesters who were apprehended by the police. In Mombasa, 4 activists, Francis Auma, Walid Sketi, Gambi, and Batule Swale, were arrested and charged with unlawful assembly and assault. We note with concern the assault of Ms. Batule Swale by a police officer that was caught in the full glare of the media, and she was violently bundled into a police vehicle and placed under arrest. Ms. Swale did not pose any immediate threat to the police officer, and the use of force against her was unnecessary. Nevertheless, we have since secured the release of the 4 on police bail through our team led by the chairperson of the Mombasa Law Society, and will represent them during proceedings. However, we wait to hear what action is being taken, particularly by that police officer who was seen assaulting Ms. Swale. We maintain our resounding call for police reforms and strict compliance with the rule of law and clear constitutional and statutory standards set for our national security organs. We reiterate that the role of the National Police Service is to maintain law and order and not to perpetrate lawlessness, and their solemn duty is to protect and preserve life, not cut it short on whim and malice.